Hello everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Tanya and today's video is going to be about bags, but just a little bit different. The topic of bags will be, or perhaps I should say the genre of bags will be a little bit different. So I have recently been showing a lot of these beautiful little bags and other bigger bags and sort of like bags that I've been buying for myself recently, especially this past year or so where I've just gone bag nuts. But they're mostly sort of bags that I wear as my handbag. Now, a lot of people talk about and say to me, oh, that would make a great work bag. But these bags are not work bags for me. Like even some of the larger ones, or the Empire 39, not the Empire, the Brooklyn 39 from Coach that I bought recently. Those type of bags are not a work bag for me because I'm a teacher. I often have, folders and certainly my laptop and printouts and class sets of students' work or tasks they've completed that I then need to assess. So for me, a work bag is very much a practical bag. Now, a little while ago, earlier this year, I unboxed my beautiful Empire 40. Let me show it to you. Here she is. And, of course, I've got her adorned and we quite like that. And the students like to ask me questions about these bits and bobs. And this is like a little handmade one by one of my younger students. And so anyway, we have chats and some students notice my bags and a couple of them said, is that a new bag, miss? Yes, it is. So this is my Empire 40 and I have it sort of like decked out with stuff that I usually carry, but I won't go into too much detail about this yet. So basically, and I should have said this earlier, this video is going to be me showing you the work bags that I use, and I have 3 in rotation plus a new one. So let me quickly run you through them. So this is the one that I have been using most lately. This is the Empire 40, beautiful glove tanned leather. I love this bag. Wow, I can't tell you how much I love this bag. If only we could get the olive green or the Merlot, full price or whatever, I would definitely buy, but I just can't get my hands on it. So there's that. The other bag that I shared with you prior to that one, but sometime last year, if I'm not mistaken, is this one here. And this is the Claudia Firenze bag. And I love this bag. I get and receive so many compliments on this bag. It's like crazy. It's a beautiful type of, it's like a leather, but ever so slightly brushed. This is the brand Claudia Firenze, and of course modeled on the Margot by the Row. So there's that one. It's got feet, and I'll talk about this one in more detail. Another large opening like that. The other bag that I have been using or had been using for over a year from 2024 sort of into mid 2025 is this one here. And this is also from Coach, and it's got some creases here because of the way it's been sitting. But I actually bought myself this as a little reward for having passed the various stages of the interview process to get the job at the school that I'm in now. And this was my little, gift to myself. I think this one's called the Willow Tote. Sorry, there's tissues at the bottom, but it goes to show that I do use this. And I've got some pencils and other bits and bobs in there. I've always got tissues. Do you find you always have tissues? Like I've got tissues everywhere. And so on. Now I bought this for myself, like I said, as a little gift. And look at my beautiful bag charm that my son brought home from Japan. And so this one's a great one because of the nice long, strap length and so on. But what recently has happened and what sort of spurred me, I guess, to do this video is that the very, very generous company OLEADA reached out to me and they said, hey, we've been noticing your channel. We like your vibe. We'd like to work with you. And I was like, sure, why not? Let's talk. And so basically they offered to send me out one of their sort of spring summer 2026 bags. And I was very excited and humbled, and I really appreciated them reaching out to me. So let me show you the bag. Let me talk you through it. Let me show you how I would use it, because I need a bag that's practical, but at the same time, clearly you know that I love my bags. So I want something that looks modern, stylish, current, but needs to hit all those main practical points. Here I have the beautiful box that it came in. So it's lovely and sturdy. So opening it up, you see the beautiful burgundy interior, opening more like that. And we have OLEADA means ocean waves, gentle yet powerful like you. Waves in the ocean are the softest element on earth, yet they can penetrate the hardest of rocks. And then over here we have at the top, it's a bit awkward to show, but we've got OLEADA WorkStyle. Whoops, I just kissed the box. We've got the beautiful OLEADA printed tissue paper. Really nice. So there's that. Fold it over. And inside there is this beautiful dust bag type of, or tote type of dust bag. It's got the beautiful OLEADA actually embroidered on the front in the beautiful, again, burgundy color against this sort of thick cotton, slightly ribbed fabric like that. And it's gorgeous because, you know, you've got the accents really nicely made. You've got the accents of the burgundy on the top. So I had a look through their website and through their lookbook. I have here the beautiful, and I've left the packaging on it so you could see how it comes. The beautiful Marina Tote. I'll take off all the packaging so we can appreciate just how beautiful it is. And so they are the handles, and then here across the front we have the gorgeous buckle. Now this is the Marina Tote. This is their original size. They also have a mini, which is gorgeous. It looks very much like that little sleek East-West Prada type style. This is beautiful because it's the larger one. So it should carry some of my folders, most certainly my laptop, and all the other little bits and bobs that I carry as a teacher. Novels, pencil case, sometimes my headphones, depending on what I'm doing in that lesson. But this here is the beautiful Marina Tote. It's in a lovely full grain leather. It's got a lovely shape and design to it. It's got some creasing because of the way it's been laying in the box. So we have the tag with the information. There's an A here, like a sort of plasticky A. There's a little sample piece of the leather and some cards with the information on it. This is Live Freely, Lead Authentically. It's a gorgeous little motivational caption. And then we have here, move beyond business as usual. So the idea is that they want to incorporate in their designs a practical yet luxurious appearance. And I think they nailed it. They have a variety of styles. They have some beautiful bucket bags. They have a new range now in a beautiful coated nylon, which is supposed to be stain proof and crease proof and so on. They also have other leather pieces, and they have another one which could even be used as a little carry-on. And almost all their bags have this little slip so that you could use it and attach it on your handle, you know, on a carry luggage. And it's beautiful. Now, in terms of smell, it has a lovely smell of leather. It doesn't smell like glue or chemicals or anything. The leather feels really nice. It's if you have a look at the grain up close, it's really pretty. It's got the lovely detail of the buckle. Obviously that is adjustable, so you could make it just that bit tighter or looser, or just keep it open, hang it low. Comes with this cute little pocket here, and I've seen in some of their images that some people get like a little SLG and pop it in there, and it's got a little key ring thing hanging off it, and I thought, I really like that. It's kind of cute. You've got your two rolled handles, and we all know that I need a bag with a good strap drop, and handle drop, strap drop. That's looking good so far. It comes also with the little keeper, so if you wanted to, you could keep them together. Comes with a lovely, it's got the two shoulders across the center, so it should prevent anything falling out. Beautiful zipper, nice and smooth. And inside, wowee. So, well stuffed. Let me just take all of that out. And this is my first impression. This is my first time seeing it, because, as you can see, it's all still packaged. Here we go. It's beautiful. Got some silica things. It is gorgeous, and it's a lovely spacious opening. Now this is supposed to be able to carry I think it's a 13 and 14 inch laptop, and if I'm incorrect, I'll put the correct information on the screen. The inside is a lovely micro suede. So let me bring this up closer. So it's lovely. It's like a micro suede. Oh look, it's even got a little drink holder holder. On one end, it's got your key leash here hanging, and it's got a zippered pocket here, so you could put some little, you know, private bits, or maybe you want to carry your card case with you, or your wallet, or any other bits and bobs, maybe, you know, sanitary products if necessary. Attached to the front of the zippered pocket, you have two lovely slip pockets, and on the other side, which is where you would put your laptop, it's got the little press stud flap to keep it in place so that your laptop doesn't fall out. So in this case, because it comes with this little sleeve, you wouldn't need to use a separate laptop cover, which is what I have been doing in my Empire 40. And on the front of that, we have another two. It's just sort of open slip pockets there like that. How beautiful. Smells nice and clean, smells like nice leather. The straps are just one fixed handle drop, and it does have two little D-rings here, which I'm assuming you can add a long strap to. So let me see if there's a strap somewhere in the box. I'll be right back. So there doesn't seem to be an actual strap, but I think the option is that you can attach a strap if you needed to. So that's how the bag came to me. So I think it's lovely. Let me pop my things in it, like what I'm currently using in my everyday work bag, and see how it looks. Let me just say that this is very deceiving, because although it seems and appears that it won't hold a lot, it sure packs a punch. Let me show you. So this is what the bag is like. Of course it's heavier because now it is stuffed. Let me pop it on my shoulder to see how it feels. Yep, looking great. You can sort of sling it behind you if you needed to, or let me drop you a bit. Or of course you just hang it here like that beside you, or just like that. Look how stylish, look how beautiful it looks. And I imagine if you're carrying a lot more in here, you could use some sort of a separate strap that you could either even sling it across crossbody or have it as a longer shoulder. But I didn't receive a strap in the box, so maybe it's a separate option to purchase. Now let me show you inside how I've packed it. So here I've got my laptop. Now my laptop is a Lenovo Yoga, and it is a 13-inch, and that fits really nicely. Like, I didn't struggle, I didn't have to maneuver. It literally just slides in and out like that. In one of those little front slip pockets, I've popped here my little Coach wristlet, the loved one. Then I've just got like a little tube of, you know, hand cream and so on. I've got a small folder of student work in here. And what I did to, in a way, represent another sort of folder of student work, I've just popped in here my laptop case that I ordinarily use. And in front of that, I then also have my headphones, work keys with my, you know, information and so on. And then in this little slip pocket across the front, I have my phone case, which obviously would hold my phone, but I'm currently using it to record. So let me tell you a little bit about the company, and it's worth knowing, because sometimes we buy these things from the various companies without necessarily knowing the backstory. But the backstory sometimes is everything that I need in order to help me make that purchase. So basically, as I read from the box, OLEADA is Spanish for wave. It's interesting because in Italian, wave is onde, le onde. But anyway, that's that. So it's symbolic of movement. It's got this beautiful, fluid, stylish appearance. You know, this could even pass as an end of day, like evening dinner, corporate dinner type of bag. It's beautiful, and it feels lovely. Like the leather feels quite durable. They use a beautiful micro suede or an eco suede inside. Then they also have a top grain leather as the external, because it needs to be durable. You don't want anything too soft and delicate. And also they have other options such as coated nylon on some of their newer line. Now, you know, having a bag like this for me just sort of like scratches that itch. I have a lot of colleagues at work who buy those really bright, colorful fabric, thick canvas printed bags, and they look great on them. They, you know, they're wonderful, but that's not my style. I've always been just a little bit dressy in that way, you know. And I love this because it can look sleek, it can look understated. So if you wanted to, you can just turn it around so that the buckle is facing inward, and then that way you just have this very sort of soft look. One of the successes behind this company is that they have based their creations on 5 design principles, and they are that the bag needs to be lightweight. And in all honesty, as I was holding it earlier before filling it, it was quite lightweight. That needs to be durable. As I said, the type of leather that's used or the nylon that's used needs to be durable. And so far from what I can see, this definitely would be. Having feet at the bottom also, has that got the things on? Hold on, it's got the stickers. Let me take that off. Having feet on the bottom as well really adds to that, because it just gives you that extra little sort of, what's the word, reassurance that you're not just putting straight leather on the floor or the table or the bench or the wherever it is that you might be putting it. So there's a beautiful gold feet. The other design focus is, of course, the aesthetics. We've already covered that in detail, and it's got to be smartly functional. So I think this bag hits all of those targets. Currently, OLEADA is running a wonderful incentive. They have a current campaign that's running between the 3rd and the 31st of August. And they have very, very kindly, again, given me a code. And if you do use my code, thank you very much, you will receive 22% off any, let me just read my notes, any of their stock on their website. The code is Tania, Taniaola. So it's funny when I read it, in my mind, I think Taniola, but it's Tania Ola, and you will receive 22% off using that code. So please use it. Please use it. As far as I know, I don't receive anything from that code, but it's there for you to use. So please do. And not only do you get that 22% off, oh, I've got the sticker on me, but you also will receive a gift with purchase, which will be a small leather pouch with certain orders over $500. If you're interested, definitely worth checking out. So this in the end has ended up becoming a new bag unboxing, even though I never purchased it. But I do thank you, OLEADA, for sending this to me. I have enjoyed it so far, looking at it, holding it. I've not used it yet, but I will do an update at some stage to let everyone know how it's faring in my everyday, day-to-day teacher life. So let me come back to my actual work bags and why I enjoy, and I think I will enjoy that OLEADA one, because like this, that one has the longer strap. This is the Coach Willow, and it's a beautiful bag. It's really lightweight. It's got the beautiful turn lock here across the front, and then on the back pocket it has this magnet. This is great as a teacher bag. It's fantastic, and I deliberately chose it because it does have that middle pocket to pop your laptop or your device in, and I use those pockets, you know, I really do. Currently I'm using a leather sleeve from Oraton because the other 2 bags I have been using don't have that inner pocket. The other bag I've been using for quite some time is the Claudia Firenze, and I have a video telling you and explaining how I came to purchase this. I purchased this from TK Maxx here in Australia, and it's a beautiful bag. As you can see, it's like got this lovely mushy look. This has got a handle drop that is less than the Willow. Let me show you. So less than the Willow, as you can see, but both of these actually do fit on my shoulder. So this one can go over. It's almost an armpit bag, and depending on how stuffed I have it, of course, it can sort of like, what's the word? You know, be broader across the top or more open, I guess. But sometimes what I do is I pop it on and I sling it behind me a little bit like that. So I'm still looking stylish and current. And what I decided to do was, because I can carry this bag on my shoulder, I just used the long shoulder strap and wrapped it around as a bit of a design feature. So why not? And these are some little doodads that I've got that I'm carrying on this one, sort of going with the brown theme. And then the most recent bag that I've been using, as I said, and as you know, is the Empire 40. Wow, she's a beauty. She's a beauty, let me tell you. The thing with this bag though, no chance of getting it anywhere past my elbow, so it just sort of sits on my elbow. Having said that, I have in fact used the shoulder strap, and so I just have it hanging on my side. And I usually have this quite stuffed, in all honesty. So the very things that I showed you in the OLEADA bag would be in here. The only difference is that this one, based on the design here, the zipper can get a little bit in the way. Usually my folders are quite wide. You know how folders need to be beyond the dimensions of the actual paper that you're putting into them. So I'm finding that there are times that this little feature on the end gets in the way, and sometimes when I leave my laptop sleeve open, one of these flaps will sort of like fall into the laptop sleeve, if that makes sense. But it's not a huge deal breaker for me. Look, the leather is quite nice. It has picked up a few surface scuffs like that, but as much as I'm not trashing this bag and I'm not throwing it around, I expected that it would. And for example, I think what's happened here, I probably should be careful. I think what's happening is because this is rubbing up against it, I've just got a little bit of wear there. So I'm going to go over that, hit that with a little bit of moisturizer, and maybe remove this. If you remember it, this is the Kurt Geiger mirror charm. I suppose I could put it at the front. I just don't want that eagle's head to cause any damage across the front. So that is something I've noticed, but I've enjoyed carrying this. I've received quite a few compliments, and I think it's fantastic. It's beautiful. It has the feet. The only thing with these type of bags that are quite wide is that they put the feet on them, but if you carry things in there sort of that are centered, then what tends to happen is you get a bit of a dip happening here in the middle, so then the feet become essentially obsolete. The other thing I've noticed about this bag is because it's wide at the bottom, you know, it has this sort of trapezoid, shape. Sometimes if your items are not positioned in a way that suits the shape of the bag, so to speak, it can sort of like buckle up a little bit like that. So I'm very particular. I like to lean this against the side of my little filing cabinet that's under my desk, and I try to do it so that the back is leaning against it, and I try to position my items inside in a way that they lean back, because sometimes when they lean forward you get this type of creasing happening. But all in all, I love this bag. I love all three of these bags. This one's gorgeous. You know, as I've worn it, it's become softer and softer, and in all honesty, I have not seen any wear on this. I would say, I'd argue that this leather is just that little bit more sturdy. See, it's like a little bit rough and tumble, so to speak. So yeah, I really enjoy this, and I've received a lot of compliments for that. And this one here just has a little bit more of a sleek look. I can carry just as many things in here. It's just a little bit more sleek. And my latest one, the beautiful OLEADA. This is the Marina Tote. Gorgeous, gorgeous bag. I'm going to be using it this week. Now that I have her packed, why not? I'm going to take her to work, start using her. Currently it's winter, so even if I were to wear a coat or a jacket, I know that this would fit quite easily over my arm. And it feels nice, like, feels comfy. Like I can even rest my arm on it like that. Look how nice that is. That is a beautiful bag. Truly beautiful. They have this in a lovely cognac color. The chocolate, of course, this is a chocolate color, and then of course they have the black. So I actually left it to Daisy, who was the person that I was corresponding with, and I said, look, I'd love the cognac because it's a color I don't have in my work bag lineup. But she said, look, the chocolate would go really well with the Australian winter at the moment. It's one of their latest colors. So I did say to her, you can choose for me. I don't mind. I'm grateful that you're even sending me a bag. So let me try and put a charm on her. How nice is that? I'm just using these lovely natural stones, and I'm going to make use of the side D-ring like that. And as you can see now with this sort of filtering sun, the brown is gorgeous. You know, it looks beautiful and dark. It looks like milk chocolate, dark chocolate. Wow, it's beautiful. Honestly, and I'm not saying this because this was sent to me, but honestly, oh, there's a loose thread. This feels beautiful. So let me know if you do go ahead and check out their website. You might pick up something for 22% off. My code is Tanya, OLA. And if you do get something, please do let me know what you choose. I can't wait to hear from you. Let me know what your thoughts are on my work bags, on this little lineup that I've got going. I'm thinking that I want to introduce another color. It's interesting because I'm showing more and more interest in larger sort of work style bags lately. I wonder why. But I look forward to hearing from you as always. I love to read your comments. I love interacting with you. If ever I'm a little bit late getting back to you, I do apologize. It is just quite literally work is working me. So as always, take care everybody. God bless, and I will see you next time. Ciao. Okay, she's pretty. She's like really pretty. How nice, look at that. Sleek and stylish. You should get one.